Mirra Andreeva, the future of Russian tennis, becoming the first player in nearly 2 decades to defeat 5 top 10 players. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use to Fair Dealing and the Digital Millennium Act. A large crowd on hand to witness this championship match as Clara Tauson, former junior number one, former junior standout, she has something Mirra does not have. That's a junior Australian Open title. Of course, we saw Mirra lose in the championship match against Elena Korneva, who's another top Russian player you want to watch out for, also on my top 10 prospects list. Noonie on the call, so you know this is going to be a good one, guys. We pick up here in the first set as Clara Tauson would break immediately to start this match, and it looked like she came out guns blazing. Actually, she did, but one thing that concerns me, and this is why I went with Mirra to win this title here, I gave you the pick yesterday, is Clara Tauson has spent 3 more hours on court than Mirra, and she's played 32 more service games this tournament than Mirra. Very concerning. That's right. We know she's played a ton of tie breaks, but Mirra, guys, she's youthful. She's 17 years old. She's very athletic. She's fast. She can beat you with the left hand or the right hand. And one thing about Mirra that I like, she's going to give her maximum effort, right? Let's go back a couple years ago, a little joke, right? Remember, Mirra was 15 years old between that run at the French Open in SW19, where she just was slamming her racket all over the place. And I said, listen, this is learned behavior. Mirra's only 15. Where's she learning this behavior from? It must be big sister Erica. That was a funny joke. But listen, one thing we know about Mirra, you're going to get the passion, right? You're going to get that excitement, that energy. When she's not doing well, she's going to fight harder. Clara Tauson, I feel, is an amazing talent. She's very good. She's got a lot of power. She's got a great serve. But I don't know if Clara Tauson gives her all. And this is my fair criticism. This is my personal opinion. I don't know if she plays 100% every time out. And it's tough when you want someone to win that you know is good. I think Mirra's going to be the one you need to side with here. And that's why I told you guys yesterday, Mirra's my pick in this match. She's going to give maximum effort every time out. And there's going to be a lot of room for passing shots. However, early on in this match, I feel Tauson, despite these baby Jordan fist pumps all over the place, right? Little joke about Mirra. When she was 15, 16, all those fist pumps just getting riled up, with everyone backing her. We saw her come on the scene taking out Leylah Fernandez, Beatrice Haddad, Magda Linette. She gave Coco a run for her money. All those Jordan fist pumps, I thought she was trying out for the Chicago Bulls, for crying out loud. But listen, early on in this first set, I was impressed with Tauson, right? The way she was covering the net and defending. But did you guys see this overhead smash with all the Denmark fans here in attendance? Did you see this miss here? Tough. This reminds me, did anyone see that match yesterday in Rio de Janeiro where Alexander Zverev was taking on Komensada? Now, third set, Alexander was up 3-1. Komensada would come back. Ninth service game tied at 4. Alexander's down 15-40 serving. Ties it up, right? 40 all. We got the deuce. Alexander's like 6'5", right? His wingspan's like nearly freaking 8 feet, right? Overhead smash, his vertical wingspan, his vertical reach is literally like, he's 6'5", add another 3.5 feet to that. He's got an overhead smash, wide open at the net. Komensada's not even in the frame. Alexander gives about 50% effort on this overhead smash. There's no way Komensada's going to return this point. There's no freaking way. Alexander's 6'5". His vertical reach is probably 4 feet. We're talking about 10 feet high. And guess what? He gives 50% effort. Komensada returns his overhead smash and wins the freaking point. Alexander nearly falls down trying to chase it. Clara Tauson would miss this one as well, but I'm going to take a page out of And by the way, Clara Tauson she was a bit further back. Alexander was right at the net. There's no way Comensada should have returned this point. Alexander, he gave a lackadaisical effort. And I say that to say this. Venus Williams did say overhead volleys, these smashes, they're very tough to put away because, look, you have to time the ball. And by the way, Clara Tausson's ball, that was like literally 60 feet in the air. Alexander's right at the net. I mean, the ball was literally no higher than 20 feet in the air. Alexander should not have lost that point, but he gave a horrible effort, right? He thought he had the point one, which he should have had the point one. He had the point one. He just gave a lackadaisical effort, and he allowed his opponent to win a point that he should have never won. Now, with respect, this point was a little bit tougher because Mirra returned. It was like the ball was like 60 feet in the air. So Clara Tauson had a much harder time just gauging the ball. And Venus Williams, who's coming back, the Indian Wells, she has a wild card. I'm going to take a page from her book. She said, look, overhead volleys, they are some of the toughest shots to make. You have to time the ball. You have to keep your eyes on the ball. You cannot remove your eyes from the ball. You have the fans watching you. Everyone's hoping you make a mistake. You're hoping you don't make a mistake. You have to literally gauge where you want to go with the ball. And a lot of times you just don't have enough court space. And the reality here is I agree with Venus, but you do have to give your maximum effort on every shot. And that's just why I think Alexander, he lost that match. As the Dubai Prince is in attendance, listen, guys, Jordan fist pump from Mirra as she was broken early in this first set, but she would easily take control of this first set. And we saw it by her winning 74% of Clara Tauson's second serves. Now, Clara Tauson did have numerous opportunities to break Mirra, but Mirra showed an amazing mental toughness in these pressure point situations, while Clara Tauson, she's going to get rattled. She's going to get frustrated. And again, I think she's a great talent, but this is my personal opinion from watching her. I don't think she gives 100% effort. And Clara Tauson she's not someone I'm going to back in these big matches. There's no way at all. When you have someone like Mirra, who you know, Mirra's going to slam her racket. She is going to use that to fuel her. She's coached well. She's disciplined. And she says it all the time. Look, she follows a game plan of her coach as long as she doesn't forget. She tries to remember it. Listen, Mirra Andreeva is going to be the future of Russian tennis. Literally, she's beat Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, en route to this championship match. I don't think there's anyone on planet Earth that would beat Mirra in this championship match. She's playing that good right now. She's going to become the first player in the Open era, the youngest player in the Open era to win a WTA 1000 event. She's already the youngest player in nearly 2 decades to defeat at least 5 top 10 players. Mirra Andreeva is going to be a problem. And right now, Clara Tauson, she's in trouble. Tennis in a minute. Mirra Andreeva takes the first set in a tiebreak, 7-1. Clara Tauson, she's running out of time.